Welcome back to Strange Antiquities. In this video, I will be tackling days 15, 16, and 17. I've been trying to do 3 days per video, but each video seems to get longer and longer, and the storm outside gets worse and worse as the plot thickens and the game becomes more and more complex. I think I'm getting close to the end of the game, and the next episode may be my last. Let's see what happens next in Strange Antiquities. Well, we'll start the day by ringing the bell. Simone Green is back. Good morning. Yes, and to you too, Jupiter. I'm getting more concerned about my mother. Hearing about that poor lady who drowned frightened me. But she'll turn up. She always does. I've had another breakthrough. This time I'm certain it's a clue that leads to another hidden part of Strange Antiquities. Yeah, her mother is Verona Green, who went trying to research what was happening in town. There's something very strange afoot, and she hasn't been seen since. And her daughter has been helping me unlock new areas of the shop because apparently this building is very old and mysterious. From the individual, a stone for dark purposes. From the celestial, a stone of the earth. From the diurnal, a stone of death. Alright, we have these plinths down here. And when I can find the correct 3 objects to put on the plinths, then new areas appear. Let's take this down here for now. From the individual, what they're talking about are these thalmic disciplines. The celestial, diurnal, and individual. Celestial covers the moon and the earth. Diurnal is day and night. Individual is mind or body. And this is saying a stone for dark purposes, a stone of the earth, and a stone of death. And we have this gemology book here too that tells us what the different stones represent. Like this one, the bloodstone, is a dark stone for dark purposes. This is a stone of earth and nature, jade. And this is the stone of death and decay. So we're probably looking for objects that have those 3 stones on them to open up a new area. And I want to do a little bit of... The shop is actually bigger than just the screen. And I've been trying to keep it well organized so that I can quickly see the items I haven't identified yet. And there's only a few of them left. But I want to do a little bit of rearranging, so I'm going to move these down here for now because I want to put my books back up here where I can see them. I mean, I can see them here too, but I think I want to have them up here. So I'm sorry, what? No, I was what? Did I just accidentally unlock a new area? Okay. Well, I was gonna move my books up here. Can I do that? Wow. I know I haven't seen this one before. There was another area with a moon in the center, but the moon was like this. And the way I solved it was to make the moon look like the moon in the picture here, the stained glass. And then push the button to see the clock. And see where the hands are pointing on the clock. We want to push that button at 9 o'clock. That button at 7 o'clock and this button at 2 o'clock. and then push this button here. And it opens up a whole new area, but there's nothing here. See, when we did this before, we got this thing. Maybe, and I didn't use these 3 objects to open the area where we got that one. I think I used this one and a few others. But maybe I just accidentally triggered that same puzzle again and it has different variants or something. Okay, well, I'm just gonna leave for now. Oh, that was that was so creepy. Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna put these down here because I've already identified all of these. Actually, let's put the books over here where I haven't identified the books, or where I can grab them, but I'll leave the unidentified items right here. Ooh, that storm is going. And we've got our scale over here too with the weights. So, yeah. Okay. I like it like that. I'm trying to keep the objects that I don't have identified, you know, kind of close at hand. These are all identified. These are all identified. So it's like these and these are the only ones. Oh, and some up here too. All right. There's still a lot for us to do. And there's a few over here, but these are like all the creepy objects. So I'm just keeping them over here. Okay. Maybe I should alphabetize them or something. I don't know. Let me take a look at this again, though. From the individual, a stone for dark purposes. Okay, well, we know this bloodstone is for dark purposes, so I'm going to put that on there. A stone of the earth is jade. Is this jade? It's a green gemstone. It looks more like it could be emerald, but I don't think emerald is in our book. Earth and nature. Maybe this is it? Is this a stone of earth? Maybe? And a stone of death. Okay, we want to find one. With that Vivianite on it. And you know, I thought Vivianite was made up for the game. It's not. That's an actual thing. It grows on iron coffins and waterlogged corpses because of the iron content, I think. Isn't that creepy? I'm pretty sure I've found something with Vivianite in the game before. Oh, I think this has Vivianite. Yeah, right there. The dark blue-green gemstone. Okay. Okay, this is another one of those moon puzzles. And this time it's pointing at 9, 12, and 3. Oh, and this time there is a pendant inside. This looks like malachite. Dark green gemstone, set in bronze. Vibrates with energy. Alright, let's take it. We'll hang it up over here with the other unidentified pendants. And I guess we're done here. And all of the objects, Shazam, went back to where they were before. Now this one should have a little check mark on it. Yes, it does. We'll put it in the archive. We are done with that. And let's continue on with our day. Uh-oh, Jacob Priestley is back. Thank you for the mother. I have seen into the yawning deep. I have seen beauty beyond the comprehending mind. The price is steep, but I pay it gladly. My shadow anchor broken, must replace. What are you up to, Jacob? Honestly, he looks like he's dressed like a Jedi from Star Wars. And he wants a shadow anchor, so we'll look in our Strange Artifacts guide. We'll look up shadow anchor. A shadow anchor is sometimes used in the practice of shadow casting, the art of projecting one's presence outside of the body. Is that like astral projection? Without an anchor, minds have been known to become lost. Shadow anchor designs can vary greatly. Some prefer pendants, whereas others prefer to clutch a totem in their hand. Some make use of symbology, where others use gemstones. Okay, well that narrows it down. Thanks so much. They will always produce a field from the individual branch, however. Alright. The individual branch is this one down here. So it'll be a Mentic or a Wixic field. Time to get out our paper so I can take notes. This is one of those games where I have to take notes sometimes. Alright, so how do we know about the fields? Well, we come down here and open our ophthalmic lens. And we switch it over to this field thing here. And now, oh, dang it. Now I've got to keep going up and down for my, okay, never mind. I should have moved these back over here again. I forgot about that. But sometimes I need to reference these when I'm down there too, so. Alright, we'll just leave them there. Okay, what was I going to say? Right. Alright, so the Mentic is this symbol here. And if we recreate that, it shows us what a Mentic field is supposed to look like. Let's make sure I did it right. Yeah, medium circle, big circle, kite, small circle. Yeah. So that's what a Mentic field looks like. Now for a Wixic, we make this shape, which is basically moving the small and medium circles around. Alright, and that's what that one is going to look like. So we want to find an object with one of those two fields. Well, let's just start testing objects. Well, that made a Wixic field, so that could be one. That also made a Wixic field. Okay, that is not either a Mentic or Wixic field, so that's definitely not it. That is the Wixic, so that could be a contender. Does this thing make a pattern? No, it doesn't. It's not a magical item, it's just a decoder. Alright, we haven't identified this one yet. Alright, that's not the pattern we're looking for. That's definitely not the pattern we're looking for. Is it? It could be the Mentic pattern. Oh, that doesn't make a pattern at all. Alright, so it could be one of these four. Let's investigate. This seems like it was put in a fire or something. It's got soot on it. And it's got the symbols for fire, and I think this is insanity or something, or this one's insanity and paralysis. So I don't think this is the object we're looking for. This seems like it has some other purpose. This is bloodstone, which is for dark arts and stuff, according to the gemology book. And I just don't think this would be the anchor. I'm thinking it's one of these two also, because this has got the ring around the neck of it, so it's almost like it's kind of like implying that you're being tethered in one place. But then this is a hand. It's not a real hand, it's a stone hand. Stone. And then, so that would also be an anchor, like it's holding you in place. But it's got these grooves. I don't know what that would have to do with anything. And it chills my blood to hold it. Maybe this one? Blue gemstones. Let's look at blue gemstones in here. An anchor between body and mind. That's gotta be it. That's gotta be it. Okay, I'm gonna give him this one. Identified. The kyanite gemstones point to the fact that this item anchors the mind. It produces a mentic field from the individual branch. Yes, it does. He's given me some new pages for my book to help identify items. And he is sent on his merry way to do his astral projection. Let's put that one there. And let's put these back over here with the items that I haven't identified yet. The reason I have this one down here is because this is, I believe this is the one I found using this decoder. So that's just where I keep it. Right, next. Audrey Bell is back. She's a priestess. You have shown yourself to be a useful ally in these worrisome times. Keep one eye on the lake in the coming days. When blackened eyes seek the casket and waters turn to midnight, perform the sacrament and have faith in Holgar. I don't think I want to have faith in Holgar, though. See, blackened eyes is what's going on around town. People's eyes are turning black, and I don't mean like they were punched in the eye. I mean, like, I think the eye part is actually turning black. And they keep trying to get to the casket, which I'm not sure yet, but I think the casket may have been found by Barton Potter, the relic hunter, and he gave it to the curator of the museum to put away in the vaults full of dark articles, I think they're called. And I think that there's people around town who are being possessed and compelled to try to find that casket and open it. And she's saying that when the casket is open, that the vengeance of Holgar or whatever is going to be unleashed. And like, I don't think that sounds like a good thing, considering that Holgar is this dude here. I'll show you his picture. I should know by now where it is, but here it is. Holgar, heart chamber. Right. Heart chamber. It's this guy. I mean, I don't know. He doesn't look like a nice guy, but maybe he is. Maybe he's some kind of powerful warrior that protects us from the forces of chaos. He's got an awful lot of pendants and charms and things that I've actually got in my shop, and this hand here with the spiral on it looks a lot like this hand over here with a spiral on it. This might be the hand of Holgar, or something meant to look like the hand of Holgar, but I don't know. I don't trust it. And she's given me a letter. The sacrament is a baptism ceremony in which one's life is pledged to the warrior god Holger. It is performed by a blood priest within a stone circle. Oh, Barton Potter went to investigate some standing stones in a previous episode, and he's never come back. He asked me for help. He was going to either break open the standing stones because he thought they were a gateway, or he was going to try to read the writing on the standing stones. And I thought it was better that he read the writing first, just in case it was a warning, before he went trying to bust into some parallel universe or something. In spring, a charm of green growth. In summer, a pendant of the yellow sun. In autumn, an instrument of the red night. In winter, a totem of blue fire. Alright, this is some kind of clue. But I'm thinking, it's making me think of this square, because the square has symbols for winter, spring, summer, and fall on it. But we've been using it to investigate this map. And it has led us to a few items. Like when I put it here, it led us to the kitchen and we found an item. And then when we put it here, it led us to this tower and I found an item. But now it's talking about filling all 4 quadrants. And I don't know if that's possible on this map. So I'm just going to let that ride for now. Just gonna leave that right there until we have more information about what's going on in town. Oh, it's the mailman, David Schaefer. I'm afraid this letter was sorted incorrectly and has ended up doing a round trip to Kendall and back. Better late than never. Uh-oh. Who is this from? Barton! Yeah, he's been missing for a while. I have spent a long time looking for an object that is believed to have been lost somewhere in the catacombs. The adventurer and thaumaturge Marwyn left a trail to her hidden stash, or so the story goes. I followed it as far as the ossuary of the damned, a chilling, bone-filled alcove carved into a natural chamber in the upper levels, but it seems her markings have been worn away by time after that. I pass on this story to you in the hope that you can succeed where I have failed. Your friend Barton. Here we go. Into the catacombs. We have a map of the catacombs that I think he gave it to us. Alright, an ossuary is where they would pile up bones. Usually when there's a lack of cemetery space or a very large tragic event like a plague or a battle or something, or just, you know, in a town over a long period of time, like in Europe where some towns are hundreds or thousands of years old, they get a lot of bones. And so what they'll do is they'll bury the person, wait till they decompose, and then dig the bones back up and place the bones in these ossuaries. There's one up here too. I should get out my magnifying glass. There we go, shift. See up here, and then here, and it looks like there's one down here too. It says it's in the upper levels, so I don't think it would be down here. And I can't interact with this one, just the grave below it or the coffin below it. But we've already been in here once before. We were in here because this is a Knight of Thorns, and we got a different object here, so it's probably not this one. All right, I'm going to go for this one. I am able to follow Marwan's trail for a while, but the carved markings are faded and worn by centuries of weathering. By the time I reach the ossuary, I can no longer make them out at all. Fortunately, I've always wanted an excuse to use a Carrick's candle. Oh, look at that. Carrick's candle. What exactly is a Carrick's candle? And I think I might know which object it is. These items produce an invisible light that peels back the years, allowing a glimpse into the past. The effect is often murky and blurred, but it works passively on stationary objects. They are marked by a depiction of a candle upon their surface. And see, this object here, this is the symbol for fire, and this is the symbol for wax. But the object is made out of sandstone, and it feels crumbly. But I'm thinking that this is the depiction of a candle. Fire and wax. Like I'll show you in the symbology book. See, fire is the triangle here. And wax is this symbol here. So this has got to be it. The symbol for flame is rendered above the symbol for wax, a depiction of a candle. Alright, we've identified that one. Stalagmites retreat under the light of the candle as I hold it aloft and search the shifting rock walls for any signs of Marwan's trail. Suddenly I see it, an M etched into the rock, as clear as if it had been carved yesterday. I follow the trail in an excited hurry, tripping and stumbling as the candle distorts the height of the floor, until I come to its end at a small boulder. Rolling the rock to one side, I reach behind it and reclaim Marwan's lost treasure. And then what is this? It looks like a cookie cutter. It's made out of tin. We have had another object made out of tin, and tin is the metal of Jupiter. Somewhat cool. It gives me goosebumps. Ooh. We have another tin item here, the loam. Alright, well, let's put this over here under the tree. Oh, it's a little pendant. How cute. I'm going to put it by the tree right here. And we're done with that note. It's got a little check mark on it, so let's put it in our archive. And let's continue on with the day. Oh, it's Barton Potter. He made it back. Oh no. Oh no, I gave him a Babelia to try to read the writing on the rock. But he had said that anyone who tries to read the language of the nameless gods, the old and nameless gods, would be cursed. But if he's been cursed, Morgan's insanity, a poison of the mind, that might be it. Oh, or Tormund's paralysis affects the mouth and tongue, so speech becomes impossible. I bet it's Tormund's paralysis. Okay. Let's look up Tormund's paralysis in the index. Tormund's bane. These can be rolled along the tongue to cure Tormund's paralysis, or worn about the neck to protect against the curse. Like most items that ward against curses, they emit a diurnic field pattern. Okay. And I think we know what the diurnic field pattern looks like. It's these two with concentric circles. Wonder if it's this. Because it said it could be rolled along the tongue. And this looks like one of those rollers you use on your back when it's sore. And there's this symbol on it, which I tried to identify before when I first found this object, but it doesn't look like anything in my book. And I know that sometimes when there's a reverse of something, like the antidote symbol is the reverse of the poison symbol. So maybe the antidote to paralysis is something that looks similar to this, but it's inverted, which would be this symbol here. This has got to be it. This has got to be it. And he can roll it on his tongue to cure the curse. Yes! This is an item that can be worn about the neck. It has a moving part that can roll across the tongue, and it produces a diurnic field. Well, I didn't look at the diurnic field, but okay. I just went by the rune. Thank you! I don't even know how I managed to get down from Weatherlum. Everything went dark after reading the inscription on the tall stone, but somehow I knew if I made it to Strange Antiquities, I would be okay. Yeah, I figured I'd be able to cure his curse if he got cursed. Through the darkness, I received a message from the Nameless Ones. Should we be trusting them? They seek an item called the Nalian Casket. If we give it to them, they promise to free those it has infected. I don't think we have a choice. At least we can be certain of one thing. If they have the casket, they will not allow it to be opened. Oh, can we be certain of that? I don't know, Barton. All they desire, all they value is power, and opening the casket would release all of its contained power. Well, I thought the casket was the thing you had found and given to your friend at the museum. I'm gonna double check this. Yeah, there's the diurnic field. Okay. Yeah, well, I was right anyway. Let's hang it up here with these other identified items. Okay, so, Nalian Casket. Do I have a page about it? I don't. I don't have a page about an alien casket. I don't have a page about a casket. Do I have something about an alien in here? LMN, no. Nameless gods. Amphibian, okay. Okay, well, I mean, he's not asking me to find an object, so I guess I don't need to do that. Oh. I wonder if he knows that he has found an alien casket already, and he's gonna go get it. See, every time we end the day, we get these little snippets of story that seem to be telling the story of Barton Potter finding some kind of casket that almost drove him insane, and he had to cut part of his mind out, and that's why he's missing an eye. But it actually ended up leading to the death of his partner, who is the father of Francesca Robertson and her sister. So, alright, well, I don't know. It's almost like I'm just an NPC in this story. They're the ones out having adventures. And I'm the shopkeeper they come to buy special objects for their quests. Uh-oh, Verona Green. Oh no, Verona, what happened to you? The time has come to decide, Thaumaturge. The casket wants to be opened. The casket will be opened. Nothing can stop it now, and yet there is still a part of this mind that will not be quieted. Look, her eyes are black. Help me to calm this clamoring rage inside my head. This is your chance to elevate yourself above the scurrying ants that absently crawl through their meaningless lives. I can give her a Zephyrim or an abrasive Mether. Okay. Oh, the Zephyrim. The Zephyrim is a resonant object that gives off a faint odor. I think I know what object it is, too. It smells like the storm, ozone, power, magic. When these vapors are inhaled, they can unlock deep wells of anger and channel them into a powerful maelstrom. This is the power of the west wind. Okay, I don't think I want to do that. That sounds like it would be bad. Or I can give her an abrasive mether, which is used to purge unwanted memories. As with any procedure that can alter the mind, it should be used sparingly and considerately. Methers are typically used in communal ceremonies. Yeah. A mether is an actual thing. It was a medieval drinking vessel. But in this game, they're magical cups. To purge unwanted memories. Oh. Yeah, I think I want to give her the abrasive mether because I don't want to unlock the power of whatever this deity is. Okay, we know this is the restful mether. We know this is the solemn mether. So this is probably the abrasive mether. Using the index, I can remind myself what a mether looks like. This mether does not fit the description of the solemn or restful variety, so it must be abrasive. Yep. Alright, so we have a new page for our book. And she's vanished. It didn't cure her of her curse? Oh, I don't like that. I wanted to cure her of her curse. Am I going to be able to tell other people that she was cursed? That she has black eyes? Should I tell her daughter? Oh my gosh. I feel so helpless. But let's end the day and see what snippet of story we discover next. We're on the 15th piece of story. The problem with storing powerful dark artifacts is that slowly, inevitably, the darkness seeps out. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Alright, now I'm going to trace my finger around the touchpad of my laptop. I imagine if you had a mouse, you could use your mouse for this. Is that a brain? No, it's it was the brain stem. It's a ball of yarn. And the yarn seems to be taking us on a path. Well, I'm thinking of the story of the labyrinth with the Minotaur in it. Because I think that I don't remember who it was that got through the labyrinth, but he was able to do it by having a skein of yarn so that he could follow it to find his way back out. But I don't know if that means anything. It's got a little compass on it, so we need to consult our maps. Now, it could very well be... I don't know, it looks too jagged to be the outline of roads, but it could be a road. Like a winding road going like this. I don't know if it would be anything in the castle. Does it match up with anything in the castle? Maybe the catacombs? Oh, I'm hearing a weird noise in the game. I thought it was coming from outside. I took my headphones off. Look, it lines up right here. See, it goes around, down, around, down, around. So it's leading to this casket right here, I think. Alright, that's the one I'm gonna look at. That was it. Inhaling deeply from the spirit vault to stave off the madness of the depths. The spirit vault is this thing over here. We had to use it before. I make my way carefully down crumbling passageways past decaying crypts. Placed carelessly on... Okay, that's never happened before. The singing has never happened before. Placed carelessly on top of the tomb is a collection of clay pots. Some lie in pieces, but most are whole. At first, the collection seems unremarkable, but one in particular stands out, and I take it back up to the surface to take a closer look. Yeah, that singing has never happened before. That's kind of creeping me out. It has the symbols of Earth on it. This triangle with the line through it like that, where it's pointing downward, is the symbol of Earth. And it's made out of clay. Okay, I don't know about this. Ooh, that's creepy. Alright, I'm gonna put it over here. For now. Oh. Has that tree always been outside? Oh, okay. No. It's because I moved it over there like that. Okay, it looks a little different. Oh, I'm getting creeped out. Getting creeped out, man. Alright, it's day 16. Let's get on with it and see what happens. Marion Lancaster. Someone very dear to me has fallen ill. I would like a nephroquant. Do not be concerned, dear. I have used one before and I know what I'm doing. Nephroquant. I don't like the sound of that. These were once worn by the necromancers of the Five Knolls, who used them in their rituals of resurrection. Their power became bound to them such that if they were to remove them even after death, the nephroquant would crumble to dust. Today their power is much diminished, but they can be used to draw out infections. However, they will cause braxis if held against bare skin for long periods. Scarring caused by braxis. I'm thinking maybe this thing? Snakes are often symbols of resurrection. Let's see if there are any symbols associated with resurrection. This is the symbol of death. So that might be on it. Like protection from death? I don't know. Rebirth. A spiral. Maybe there's a spiral on it. Uh-oh. She's doing that singing again. This has got a spiral on it. Well, it talked about the object would wither and crumble if it was removed from the necromancer. I'm thinking it's this thing. I could be wrong. But it's got a spiral, which is a symbol of rebirth, and it's withered, as if it's been removed from the necromancer who used it. That's it. Nephroquant. The item here is the ring, a wearable item. It is attached to a hand scarred by braxis. Ah, okay. The spiral design of the item is a representation of the symbol for rebirth or resurrection. Okay. We have another page for the book. She's got her object and she's happy. We've identified another object. Yay. Another creepy object identified. Alright, let's keep going. Franklin Underhill. I don't know if I've seen him before. Please do pay us a visit. We have some items that we're confident will be of interest to you. Oh, okay. The Twinings. Artisans of wood, iron, and clay at 2 Market Avenue, Undermere. Alright, well, let's go exploring. Let's look at the map of Undermere. And let's find 2 Market Avenue. Alright, so Market Avenue starts here and runs to the market, of course. But this... Oh, this is it here. The Twinings, whatever. Okay. The man who dropped off his card introduces himself as the owner of the Twinings, an unusual sprawling series of grotto-like rooms filled with handcrafted carpentry, ironmongery, and pottery. Ooh, that would be a really cool setting for the next game. He leads me past wooden chairs and strange iron contraptions to a room unlike the others. This one is filled with small trinkets, ornaments, and jars of various sizes containing ominous-looking liquids and organic materials. I know it might not look like much, but there are some items of value among the junk here, says the man. Take your time and let me know if you find anything interesting. 2 hours later, I have indeed unearthed something very interesting that I am keen to take back to the shop for further investigation. Whoa. That is a very cool looking pendant, but also very, very evil looking. It's a skull, and it's got the 2 stones, Vivianite and Bloodstone, that are associated with evil and death and darkness. But it sure is a pretty pendant. Oh, whoa, what? I am leaving the Twinings with my haul when a man shouts at me from across the street. As I look around, annoyed, I notice to my horror that the man's eyes are as black as coal. He rushes towards me and I stumble backwards, fumbling with the strap of my satchel as I try to grab an item to stop him. Oh my gosh. I need a Wixic cord. What's a Wixic cord? Despite the name, these simple-looking items do not produce a Wixic field. They belong to the diurnal branch. They cause a freezing effect in the body, earning them the nickname Medusa Stones. Fortunately, this effect is not permanent. Okay, I think I know exactly which one it is. It's this thing here. Let's check it for a diurnal effect. No? Because see, it's got paralysis symbols all around it, and it's made out of stone. But this looks like a different kind of field. I don't think that's diurnal. Because the diurnal field pattern is this. Oh, darn, I was so confident. It could be diurnal of the night, not necessarily diurnal of the day. Hang on, hang on. Yeah, look at that. All right, so Noctic. Let's make sure I made it correctly. This is the symbol for the noctic, and so that's a noctic field. And that is diurnal. That is a diurnal field, noctic. It could be... It could still be this one. Because that makes that field. Alright, I'm going with this one. I'm going with my initial gut instinct. Yes, the Wixic cord. This item features many symbols of paralysis. It produces a noctic field from the diurnal branch. To my relief, the man goes rigid almost immediately and topples forward onto the cobblestones. I turn and run, wanting to put as much distance as possible between myself and that creature. When I finally come to my senses, I realize I should alert Dr. Robertson, but by the time I return to the Twinings, the man is nowhere to be seen. Okay, so we have identified the pendant as a Wixic cord. Let's put it up here with these ones that have been identified. And we have this thing. Let's examine it. Wood, painted green. Wood painted to look like bone. Dark blue-green gemstone, gotta be Vivianite. Dark gemstone with some red flecks, gotta be bloodstone. Intricate detailing, smooth, polished. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I hear low chanting when I hold it to my ear. It causes me to reflect on my own mortality. Okay, alright. I'm thinking this one needs to go over here with our sort of creepier objects. They used to be locked up, but I unlocked it with the ethereal key. Alright, let's continue on with the day. Hey, Edmund. Something bad is about to happen. Yeah, tell me about it. The ravens know it. My grandfather once taught me how to use a Cassander to see the paths ahead, but I saw what it did to him and vowed never to touch one again after he died. Cassander. Oh, like Cassandra, the prophet. But the gnawing worry of what is coming has become too much for me. I love how so much of this game incorporates actual IRL folklore and mythology and stuff. It's so cool. The eyes of a Cassander focus the power of the mind, enabling those skilled enough to see the path or paths ahead. These items do not produce a mentic field as one might expect, but rather the more mysterious selenic. I think that's of the moon. Care should always be taken with any object of prophecy, and these are no different. Many have been seduced or driven mad by the paths shown to them and have been led to ruin. Well, this is a tree. So I'm wondering if it's this thing, because it's a tree. It's got a moon, which is associated with, I think that's what Selenic is associated with. And this is a symbol of witchcraft, I think. Let's look in our symbology book. A silver and the moon, right? And the witch sign, whatever that means. Alright. But they said it produces a selenic field. So that would be selenic. Big triangle, big circle. Okay. Let's see if we can create a selenic field so we know that what that looks like. Here's the triangle. And I think this one goes at the top and this one goes at the bottom. Was that right? Oh no, the little one goes, no, that's right, selenic. Little one at the top, medium one at the bottom. Oh, one more right there. Okay, so the selenic pattern looks like wrapped candy. So if this has a selenic pattern, then this is probably the object. No. Okay, so it's not this. Man, I really thought I was onto something. Alright, I'm thinking this is it. Because it's got a selenic field. Nope. I should slow down and think this through more carefully. Well, I was trying to think it through. I don't have that many objects that are unidentified. Let's see what kind of gemstone it might have. Anchor between body and mind, fourth eye. Oh, stone of sight. Okay. That might be it. Fire and fury, strength. Yeah, stone of sight. Alright, so it might have a green malachite stone on it. Well, that could be any of these. Well, we already know that's a Gaudian siren. This is not malachite, I don't think. This has got symbols of weather around it. And I don't think it's this one, because these are symbols that have to do with elements or something. Alchemy or something. This one's got malachite. It vibrates with energy. Okay. Well, I don't think I have any other unidentified objects with green stones, so let's try this one. That was it. The item features 2 malachite gemstones, stones of sight or eyes. It produces a selenic field. Oh, I didn't check the selenic field. I got more pages for my book. Yeah, I should have checked the selenic field. Yep, that's definitely it. Alright, let's add it to the identified pendants. Gilbert Ames. There always seems to be something going on in Undermere. The sooner I can get this sorted and be on my way, the better. My uncle gave me a ring, and I have nothing but bad fortune ever since. I'm starting to think it might be cursed. Is there any way to uncurse it? Well, there was an object I gave someone before that removed a kind of curse from it. She found the object in the library, and when she wore it, it compelled her to read books in the library non-stop, not even to stop to eat or sleep or anything. But she wanted to keep the necklace because she thought it was pretty. Let's see. Curse. It might have been a Cussic purifier. Yeah, small tokens such as rings or amulets are submerged in the liquid and left for a full moon cycle, and they are cleansed of curses or hexes. That is over here. So maybe that's what he wants. But it's rare that we're asked to provide an item we've already identified. So I'm not sure. Yeah, I guess that was it. Okay. Good luck with that. Lavinia Hawthorne. I have been researching ancient customs, particularly those relating to thaumaturgy, and I am fascinated by the use of objects in ritual ceremonies. Okay. If you are able to get your hands on a gris, I would be very interested in studying it further. Well, what the heck is a gris? For the ritual of the broken path, a gris is heated slowly over flame. To have full effect, it must be held in an ungloved hand until the ritual is complete, no matter how hot it gets. The ritual should not be performed by those who have not studied the Wixic art. It is common to suffer burns, but when done correctly, it should not be painful. What's the matter, kitty? That's my kitty. You need pets? And we'll pet the kitty in this game too. Oh, maybe it's this thing. Because it has soot at the bottom of it, and it has the symbol for flame on it. That's the symbol for paralysis, and I think this is maybe insanity? Let's see what field it has. Oh, it has a Wixic field. I'm thinking it's this, because of the flame symbol and the fact that there's soot at the base of it. Implying that it's been heated up slowly over a flame. Yeah, I was right. The item has soot on its lower half, which suggests it's been held over flame. It produces a Wixic field. Okay, I was right. We have another page for the book. And we've identified another item. Leopold Morris. There has been a basilisk sighting in the hills across the river from Backbarrow. I wouldn't say I'm a brave man, but I have a duty to protect my livestock and my village. Better me than a younger man with his life ahead of him. I have come to prepare my sword. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Okay. Let's look up sword. Sword is not in here. Basilisk is in here, though. We have the Serene Ward, which I've already identified. It does not offer protection against the deadly basilisk. But there's also a folium. A blade is drawn across the face of a folium 6 times during the ritual of the Hand of Prior. Dreyer huntsmen and those wanting to prove themselves perform this ritual before seeking out the basilisk, as a folium blade is the only known way to pierce its thick armor. Is this guy a Dreyer? Seems to be something sort of like a druid. The blade is drawn across the face of a folium 6 times during a ritual of the Hand of Prior. I mean, the ritual is called the Hand of Prior, so I'm thinking that that's a clue. Oh, wait, it's this thing. That's why there's the grooves in it, because the sword is drawn across the hand 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times in the ritual. Yeah, it's got to be this. Okay. Woo! The grooves on the item suggest that a blade has been drawn across it. Yep. Another identified item. Francesca's back. They've escaped. At first, my patients grew agitated when I used the Gaudian siren, but then I had a breakthrough. What was the breakthrough? Vivian Cartwright woke up. She seemed lucid, calm even. I made a stupid mistake and loosened her restraints. I don't know what happened, whether the siren stopped working or if perhaps it had never worked and she tricked me. Oh no. But almost immediately she changed back and turned violent. Before I knew it, she had managed to free the others. We tried to stop them, but they fought their way out of the hospital. Yeah, they're probably all on their way to the museum. I have no idea where they've gone. Can I tell her it's the museum? Because I know that's where they're keeping the casket. Well, I suspect that's where they're keeping the casket. And can I tell her about Verona Green with her black eyes? It's so frustrating to be figuring things out and piecing them together, but I can't talk to anyone about them in the game. Let's just end the day and see what happens. 16. Almost imperceptibly, the casket began to absorb the crepuscular power that had leached into the stone and the earth of its lightless tomb. Let's trace the outline. This looks like another gravestone. Are we going to be heading into the catacombs? Oh, that's the clock. The clock here in our shop. But this only shows the moon. How do we get it to show the sun? Because on the other side of this card, there was a circle and a line and a smaller circle with a sun in the middle of it. And this is a circle and a line and a smaller circle. That's it. That's it. But what does that mean? Oh, look. There is a sun right here. So on the other side of this card where it showed the circle with the sun in it, that's what it's referring to, is this. Okay, but hang on. Oh, wait a minute. So what time is this showing? This is showing 9:15 and 6 seconds, or 9:3 and 6. What if that is an indicator of something in... Yes, hang on. Let's get out our magnifying glass. Is there one of these graves that says like 936? Maybe it's this? Because it looks like it's got a dark half and a light half. Alright, I'm going to choose this one, assuming that, you know, because it's half dark and half light, that this is the one they're talking about. It was. Wow. I'm surprised I figured that out. The air is stifling in the darkness, and the claustrophobia of the tunnels almost overwhelms me, but I press on. I remind myself that there are few who venture down here, which means the chances of an interesting find are higher. It doesn't take long for my search to bear fruit. That looks eerie. That's a knife, a ritual dagger. Wood, oak if I'm not mistaken, and gold. Ooh, that's a ceremonial knife. Carved detailing, sharper than it looks. You know, don't cut yourself. Okay. We'll hang this up over here with the other unidentified creepy things. Alright, let's get on with getting on. Thaddeus White. Ah, you're the museum guy. The witherance was a terrible idea. It's only gone and made things worse. I wish Eli was back. He'd know what to do. Some years ago now, a friend brought an item to me, a black casket, and I learned that it was a dark article. I thought that was you, and I bet it was Barton Potter, wasn't it? I should have brought it to Eli right then and there, but I knew he would want to destroy it. Well, he'd have a good reason to then, wouldn't he? I'm a collector of things. It seemed too important to allow it to be destroyed, but I see how naive that was now. This casket is far more dangerous than anything I have come across before. And now I hear they are looking for it with their black eyes. Yes, they are. Either I need to keep them out of the museum or bring the casket here to Strange Antiquities and hide it in one of its secret places. We could hide it. We could hide it. I mean, I don't like the idea of bringing these black-eyed, creepy, possessed people to my shop, but... okay, let's see. The Dread Vivant, is the only way to handle some of the more dangerous artifacts. It can siphon power away from oneself for a time. The power rising up off a Dread Vivant is subtle, but noticeably invigorating. These objects represent the balance of life and death, of good and evil, of hope and despair. What's a Lunima? Lunima, also called a moon pool or heart of tranquility, harnesses the power of the elements to create an aura of unease. They can be used to keep people away from places they are not welcome. There is a superstition among thaumaturges that say that a lumina should not be used when the moon is full. It's not known where this idea came from. Oh, I don't know. That sounds like a bad idea to me. The power of the elements, though, might be this. Because all of these runes on it represent elements of the weather. Fog, hail, lightning, rain, snow, storm, thunder, wind, cold. Yeah, I bet this is a Lunima. I'm just gonna say that on here. And the green stone in the center probably represents earth and nature. Yeah, stone of earth and nature. That's probably it. Because it doesn't have dark striations like the malachite. And emerald's not in here. Okay. Yeah, that's probably the Lunima. But I think I want to go for the Dread Vivant. Alright, I could be wrong, but I think it might be this. The Dread Vivant. Or maybe it's this. Life and death. It's a flower with a skull in it. Yeah, I bet it's this. I did it. Dread Vivant. The concept of balance is reflected in the design, the skull, death, and the flower, life. Closer inspection reveals the power the item exudes. Yeah. We have another page for the book. But now, am I in possession of the casket? Uh-oh, the mailman's here. David Schaefer. There's an uneasy quiet in town today. There aren't many people out and about. Yeah, you should be careful out there. I'm heading straight home as soon as I'm done with my deliveries. That's a good idea, sir. Run, don't walk. I have recently come into possession of a number of texts on the subject of arcane artifacts. You are welcome to them if they are of any use to you. Whoa, just in the nick of time. If I don't hear from you, then I will donate them to the library across the street. Well, it'd help if you gave me your address. Or at least told me who you were. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, let's look for the library. Where's the library? Wordsworth Library number 26. Here. So does that mean they're located here? Several of the scrolls look promising, but they are written in the Dradic script, and my understanding is too rudimentary to make use of them. If Verona was around, I'm sure she could translate them, but she isn't, and I can't. Well, do we need to use a Babelia? It can be used to aid with translation of foreign texts. Yeah, let's get a Babelia. Which one was the Babelia? Right here. The effect of the Babelia makes my head spin, and I close my eyes tight for a moment as my mind catches up. The pages swirl and blur in front of me, letters and words floating in and out of focus. After a time, I find that I can read them, though it takes some effort, and I feel drained as I reach the end. Oh, we got a bunch more pages for the book. What do we get? What do we get? We got Bloodbeck. That's new. It was once thought that these objects could be used to commune with the dead, but it is now widely believed that such a thing is not possible. It is not known where the strange voices that emanate from a Bloodbeck originate, but there are some who believe they are the voices of the nameless gods. Oh, right. We found an object recently that was making whispers to us. Yeah, so this might be the Bloodbeck. Maybe. This one's not whispering to us. Okay. And we got more pages than that, though. What else did we get? A water's shadow, I think. I don't remember seeing that in there before. Yeah, here we go. It is alleged that a water's shadow can be used to pass through solid matter, but the art has long faded from memory. The items themselves are often uninteresting, producing only a faint thalamic field, perhaps as a result of going unused for so many years. Oh, that's pretty faint. Yeah, this might be it. That might be it. Because it's the outline of a person. And it's empty here at the top. And it gives me goosebumps. Yeah, that might be it. Don't know for sure, but that's my suspicions. Alright. I think that's all we got. And that's plenty. Let's keep on going and see what happens next. With all that's been happening in Undermere, I picked the worst week possible to lose my Bridgic charm, Anna Bryant says. I hope that you have one that I can replace it with. Okay. Yes, we think it might be this over here. Let's double check. See, there's the moon symbol there, and there's the 3 goddesses. And it's the Wiccan triple goddess symbol. And if we look in the symbology book, there's the triple goddess symbol. So it's probably this one right here. The item resembles the symbol of the triple goddess. Yes. And we have another page for an Argyle, it says. A vessel of the earth used in Dradic rituals. I bet that's what this is. Because it has symbols that represent the earth on it. And it's a clay vessel made of earth. Eli White has come back! My boss! I'm sorry I did not intend to be away for so long. I trust the shop has not been too much trouble to look after in my absence. I have learned a lot from my time in Oxford. There is a powerful dark article here in Undermere called the Nalian Casket. Yeah, I'm already way ahead of you, my dude. And now you're telling me that my foolish halfwit of a brother has had it in his museum this whole time. I know how to destroy it, but it's not going to be easy. Whatever happens, it must not be opened. Okay. We need to create a pillar of Calaris. From what I gather, such a feat has not been attempted in over 500 years. I just hope there's enough time to prepare. I'm afraid I can't stay, but I'll be back as soon as I can. Yeah, I'm handling things just fine, my dude. I've gotten all kinds of pages from my book. I've opened all kinds of secret areas in the shop. A pillar of Calaris is a powerful blast of energy that can consume the darkness. In my opinion, it is the safest way to destroy powerful dark articles. It can only be produced at a place of significant thaumic convergence. Strength and weakness, light and darkness, align the opposing powers at opposite compass points. With Korchin's light, the strong will be made weak and the dark will be made light. So it all comes down to me to save the village. Alright, we're done with this one. So let's put it in the archive. So we still have these 3 clues that don't have check marks on them. And we have a whole lot of objects that haven't been identified still. I'm going to assume that there's nothing I can do with these notes quite yet. Because I don't want to go out and become pledged to Holgar. And I don't think I want to start trying to make this yet without Eli's help. And I don't know what's going on with this one. I don't know. It doesn't have a check mark on it, but we might not be done with it yet. Let's just continue the day. Isabel Stowe. She looks like a servant, maybe wearing a maid outfit. I have had my energy drained by some disturbing evil power. For days now I have felt tired and frail, and then today I found something that horrified me. Beneath my bed I discovered a carved wooden effigy with a strange symbol painted upon it. Ooh. I don't know who has done this to me, but all I want for now is to lift this feeling of weakness. Yeah, she sounds like she's been cursed. But she said that she found a wooden effigy with strange symbols painted on it. Which kind of sounds like an ambra. Or a witherance. Oh, maybe it's a witherance. Somebody put a witherance underneath her bed. It's the inverse of a fortunance. A fortunance enhances physical strength and restores strength that has been sapped by exertion or by a hex. Alright. Well, to counteract the witherance, we have to give her a fortnance. That's my guess. There's the fortnance. We've already identified it, but okay, thanks for confirming. I hope you feel better soon. Susan Hill. Oh, I would like a blood back. The nameless ones are restless. I am ready to hear their voices. She's got the 2 marks under her eye, which are the marks of a follower of the nameless gods. See right there? She's got that mark on her cheek too. I wish I could tell her no, but okay, she wants a blood back. Voices of the nameless gods. Well, the only thing that seems to have been talking to me recently is this thing. So I'm gonna say it's this one. And I am correct. The design of the item and the Vivianite gemstone suggest a connection to death. Closer inspection reveals the whispers within. Yep. I want to make one of these so bad, though. That's such a cool looking pendant. Another page for the book. Good luck with that, I guess. Thaddeus White is back. Your brother was just here. I went to move the casket, but it's gone. What do we do? I heard Eli is back in town, but he hasn't come to see me, and if he's not here, then I don't know where to find him. Yeah, I think he went to get the casket. Oh God, what do we do? I don't know. I don't know. It's the end of the day. Let's see what dreams may come. It's the very last piece of the story. It festered and pulsated until it could no longer be contained. Some part of it reached out from the darkness, creating eyes so that it might find itself, and hands so that it might open itself. The casket wanted to be opened. Yes, that's why everyone's eyes are turning black, and they're trying to get to the casket to open it. And we have to stop them. Let's trace whatever this is. A stack of books. I lie below books and scrolls on the esoteric and the arcane. Day 18. I think this is the last day of the game. What in the world is going to happen next? Thanks for keeping me company while I played Strange Antiquities. If you like the objects you see in this game, you just might like my website in real life. Check out junkwitch.com. I do plan on continuing to play this game, and I hope you'll join me in the next episode. I want to especially thank those of you who support the channel. I'm a small channel, so every little bit of support I can get really does help me. My channel members, those of you who like, subscribe, leave comments, all of those things help the channel, and I appreciate it so much. Take care of yourself until next time. Bye!